Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my Princess Mononoke review. We left off last time with the arrival of the boar spirits things led by the boar god Okoto, who arrive at the forest of the deer god at his lake. And Moro, the wolf goddess, has also arrived there. The boar god tells Moro that they seek revenge for their brother Nago, and that they are tired of waiting for the forest spirit, for the deer god to do something. And even though Moro tells them that they won't make it against the humans and they will die, they still set out to attack Iron Town. Abushi prepares for the assault and sets out to destroy the forest deer god, with Jigo, who is now revealed to be a mercenary hunter, not a monk, and who intends to give the head of the deer god to the emperor, who in turn would promise to give the Iron Town legal protection from the local samurai. The Imperial hunters kill the boars, and Okoto is corrupted by a gunshot wound. Sun tries to prevent this from happening and is swallowed by the curse as well. The forest spirit appears and takes Okoto and Moro's life after being shot by Aboshi through the head. Aboshi then proceeds to shoot him through the head a second time as he is turning into the Nightwalker that he turns into at night to wander the earth. The forest spirit's body still transforms into that Nightwalker thing, but it's missing his head and it is in search of it, and its entire body spreads out over the area slowly but surely. And Ashtaka and Sun chase down Jigo to get the head back from him. They eventually succeed in this when Jigo has no other place left to run, and they are about to be swallowed by the body of the deer god that is taking life from everywhere in the forest away, and everywhere it touches, everything dies. Ashtaka and Sun hold up the head together, and the deer god reattaches to his head, and then falls onto the lake, and in a sort of rather coolish, explosive-ish way, he falls apart, and the land, slowly but surely, in a very beautifully animated way, starts healing again. The lepers are all cured, and so are Ashtaka and Sun. Ashtaka tells Sun that he has to go home, but Ashtaka and Sun have to part ways, but they promise to meet again. Ashtaka decides to stay and help rebuild Iron Town, which a now reformed Aboshi vows to make an even better town. The movie ends with a single Kodama reappearing in the rejuvenated forest. My opinion on this movie is, as can be expected from a Hayao Miyazaki film, it is very beautiful. There is much eye to detail in both the art and the story. The characters are fleshed out really well. It's even addressed that Sun was left behind by humans and thus was adopted by the wolf goddess, and that Sun doesn't consider herself human or wolf. that doesn't consider herself human, but she can neither live with the humans nor with the wolf. But that she and that then Moro even says that Sun can neither be a wolf nor a human, really, and that they are accepting her because she is neither, because of this. I found the parts with the deer god, although his deer form, the face looks so funny to me. I know it was done that way for a reason, and that probably a deer god would look like that in Japanese historical documents, but something about that face just looks so funny. I find it very beautiful that rather than making him able to cure people randomly, they have the deer god first take life in order to give it. Another thing is the way they portrayed Eboshi. You want to hate her for what she did and what it caused to Ashtaka, but at the same time you just can't hate her because she helped so many people also. And in the end she turns out okay, and I found the scene where at the lake Moro had been waiting to try to save the remains of her energy, because Moro knew she was dying of the bullet wound that she suffered. And basically Moro really had been waiting there to save her energy for Eboshi and killing Eboshi and getting revenge. And instead she used her energy to save Sun and hand her to Ashtaka, who then proceeded to jump in the lake where the curse things immediately left. And even though she had barely any energy left, we see Moro's head moving and biting off Eboshi's arm, and Eboshi, instead of being scared, sounds almost like the whole scene is ridiculous to her, and laughs almost at the fact that the head moved on its own and bit her. Apparently that was very humorous to her. And I really liked that bit because it showed that Eboshi really wasn't scared of what she was doing, and it really cemented once more the fact that is stressed throughout the movie, that Eboshi doesn't believe in these god things. And yet at this point it seems so ridiculous to her, yet she has to admit that it's true and that these things really are gods in this movie. And I find that very beautifully done and very well done. I like the Japanese voice actors a lot, although Ashtaka sounds rather oldish for a boy in his teenage years. So overall I rate this movie a 4.5 out of 5, and it's a definite must-see, and anyone who has seen it will tell you so, I'm sure. So yeah, that concludes my review for now. Later.